I'm Rob Whitfield with the Orange County Register, and welcome to OCN2 for Thursday, September 10th. Yorba Linda State Assemblyman Mike Duvall resigned from office Wednesday after he was caught on video bragging about having sex with two women, neither of whom appear to have been his wife. The 54-year-old Republican appears not to realize that the microphone is on during a lull in a July Assembly Appropriations Committee hearing. Citing unnamed sources and date of birth records, KCAL TV and the OC Weekly reported late Tuesday that both of the women were married Sacramento lobbyists, one of whom has business before the Assembly Utilities and Commerce Committee, where Duvall was vice chairman. Assembly leadership is looking into the allegations leveled against Duvall. At a news conference Wednesday, it was announced that the Assembly Legislative Ethics Committee would review the matter even though Duvall has resigned. Meanwhile, termed-out Orange County Supervisor Chris Norby, a Republican, immediately announced that he would seek to replace Duvall in an upcoming special election. An inmate charged in a high-profile jailhouse killing has filed a $100 million claim against the county, blaming deputies for ordering the fatal attack on John Chamberlin. 40-year-old Stephen Karlstrom is one of 9 inmates awaiting trial for the October 2006 death of Chamberlin in Theo Lacey Jail. Authorities allege Karlstrom and other inmates stomped and tortured Chamberlin, whom they believed was a child molester. Chamberlin was awaiting trial on misdemeanor charges of possessing child pornography. According to the claim, Karlstrom, who was serving time on a drug charge, says he is innocent of killing Chamberlin and pointed the blame at deputies Kevin Taylor and Jason Chapluck, who he claims ordered the attack. Karlstrom and other inmates have asked a judge to throw out all charges against them, arguing they were singled out for prosecution while sheriff's deputies escaped being charged with any crimes. A hearing on that motion is scheduled for September 18th. A naturalist group is asking beachgoers to ditch their clothes and bring signs this weekend to San Onofre's Trail 6 to protest the state's crackdown on public nudity at the state beach. The announcement came a day after officials with the State Department of Parks and Recreation said they would begin citing nude sunbathers at the traditionally clothing-optional beach. The nudist group contends a Superior Court ruling that sides with the naturalist will stand until the state Supreme Court decides to hear an appeal. The state attorney general's office says rangers are within their rights to start writing citations. No citations were issued on Tuesday, the first day of enforcement, as officials say they will seek voluntary compliance first before handing out a citation. Dozens of couples signed up to say their vows in civil ceremonies in the old courthouse in downtown Santa Ana Wednesday, believing that 9909 was a lucky date to tie the knot. By the time the last vows were said, 138 couples had left the county offices as new husbands and wives. And according to the clerk recorder's office, that was nearly 5 times as many civil ceremonies as the county would perform on a more ordinary September day. The number 9 carries special meaning in some Asian cultures. For instance, in Chinese, the word for 9 is similar to the word for forever. And Wednesday in Garden Grove, about 40 volunteers armed with paintbrushes and measuring tape set out to rebuild Faylane Elementary School's library, which burned down August 20th as a result of an electrical fire less than 12 hours after the same volunteer group had built it and decorated it with murals depicting America's presidents. In the days following the fire, the school received more than 10,000 books, and school district crews worked to get the burned room back in shape before classes begin this week. Then Wednesday, the volunteers returned to organize and redecorate the library in time for students to enjoy it today, their first day of school. And you can read more about all of these stories and get your breaking news all day at ocregister.com.